there, welcome back to Building the Boys. You know what time it is? It's time to get weird. It's weird that, isn't it? It's weird. But in a good way. We have got issue 2 of Disney Crochet. I've been crocheting like a madman for the past week or so, trying to improve my technique. Am I great at this? No. Can I teach you how to do it? Probably not. But it ain't gonna stop me. I don't stop. Nothing stops me. Right? I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just keep going. So I will get this, and I will get this done well. I don't think I've done too badly on what I've done so far. I'm not happy with it, and I never will be happy with it. I'm going to keep redoing it and redoing it and redoing it. And I'm sure that I'm going to do that with this one as well. So the reason why I'm doing these, because again, if you are like me and this is something you want to do, but you're not the most proficient crocheter in the world, this is why I do this. So you can see that you're not alone, right? Because there's nothing worse than you having to go at one of these things going, mine don't look like that, and assuming everybody else's does, because mine don't look like that. So what are we doing in this one, right? So we are making a Moana square in this one, and that is this Moana square just there. So this actually looks a little easier than the Mickey square, and the reason why is because it builds up really fast. So this is using a half triple. That's what that's called. So I know you probably only just learned you double crochet. Now you're learning a half triple, which sounds scary. It ain't. It pretty much is exactly the same as doing a double. But what you do is you yarn over and you push it through your loop and then pull it back through. So it's not that complicated. I'll show you how to do it. Again, there are better tutorials than me to go and learn how to do a half crochet, right? A half triple. Much better than me. But I will show you how I'm doing it. And again, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm a novice as well, right? So this isn't Scott the expert telling you this is how I do it, and that's not it. This is Scott the, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. I'm struggling through it. If you're like me, come and struggle through with me and we'll see how we get on. That's what I've got going on. So let's crack this one open. Let's look into it because we have got 2 balls of yarn. This is Cyan and hibiscus. Cyan and hibiscus yarn. So let's get into it. Okay, crocheters, let's get yarning. Right, so taking our Cyan, we are going to tie our slip knot now to begin with. Make our slip knot. So we're going to make that cross. That one over there. This one over here. And pull up. There's our slip knot. Taking our hook. In we go. And then we're attached. So that's how we make the slip knot. Now let's see how many chains we got to make. So we're going to make 26 chain stitches. So chain stitch, quite simple, yarn over, pull through a loop. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, same every time, just yarn over, pull through. 5, right, I'm going to get that done, I'm going to get 26 done, and then we'll take a look. So there we have our 26 chains. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put half treble in every single one of these loops. So what's a half treble? Right, well, I'll show you. You yarn over, okay, and then we go in through the hole of the loop, like we do with a double. So we go through the hole, through there, so you end up with 3 on the loop, you see? And then we yarn over again. We pull through 1, 3 on the hook, yarn over, and we're going through all 3. Now my first one's always really, no, I say that, I was going to say my first one's normally quite tight, but no, that's okay. Just slipped off the hook there. So that's our first half treble. And we're going to do that exact same thing down every single one. So we're going into this one next. So same again, yarn over, through, so you've got 3 on the hook, yarn over, through 1, yarn over, through all 3. There we go. And you just pull to tighten it up. So when you get in these big holes, you just pull on your yarn, it'll tighten it up. So that's where we're going next. Yarn over, 3 loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. He says, sometimes, yeah, so you just got to make sure you clear this. Sometimes if your yarn kind of splits a little bit, it's difficult to get it through, but trust me, it will go. He says, there we go. So there you go. And we're going to do this for the length of this. So, and we've got to do this all the way down the end. So yarn over, through, yarn over, through all 3. And again, don't be shy about taking your hand off. You haven't got to do this in one pull. Get it to go through nicely and you're kind of where you need to be. So that's it. So I'm going to do this across the entire length and we're going to see how we're looking at the end. So I've got to do this 19 times. I'm going all the way to the end. So I'm going to go to the end and show you what happens when we get to the end of the first line. Okay, so that's complete. We've got our first row of half trebles. And as you see, it builds up very quick. It builds up faster than double. Once you've done it, we're going to turn it over. And what you are going to do is, it has to be at the right level to do more half trebles. So we're going to go 1, chain, 2. I believe it's just 2. Let me just double check. Pretty sure it's 2. 3. No, 2. Yeah, two chain stitches. And then we are going to work our first half treble into the top of the first stitch. So what we're going to do is, once we've got those 2 on, that's at the right level, we're going to come back down the line. So we're going to first find our first half treble here. There it is there, you can see. Yarn over. And we're going to go straight through. There we go. Yarn over. Pull through 1. Yarn over. Pull through 2. Now these are the hardest lines. The first 2 are always the hardest lines. Because you've not really got a lot of work to hold on to, and it's very loose and flappy and whatnot. But I swear to you, the more of these you get done, the easier it becomes, because you've got work to hold and it steadies itself, and you kind of, your work's finding its feet. As I said, I've been doing this non-stop for the past week, and I might not look at it now, but I assure you my skill has improved. Is it exactly where I need it to be? Nope. Will it be? Yes, it will be. So we're going to have treble. So yarn over, throw a hoop here, put in 3 on the hook, grab, pull through 1, grab, pull through all 3. I'm going to do that all the way down the line, so you can see what's happening here. See how that's building up? It's building up nice and quick. We're going to do this all the way down this line. Then we're going to turn over. We're going to put in 2 chains, and we're going to go all the way down the line. And we are going to do that a total of 19 times. That's 19 lines you've got to do. I am just going to power through this, and then we're going to take a look at what the finished square looks like. Okay, so that is us done. I'm just going to take this needle off of here. And then we're done. Right. Okay, so there we are. Looking nice, looking happy with that. So there we are. That is our square complete. Am I deliriously happy with it? No, it's a little bit gappy, but I don't care. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm doing all right, you know. I'm doing all right. I'm happy with this. It's as it should be, and yeah, I'm happy with that. We got to thread these ends in. So I have got little threads, little needles there. So we're just going to sew these into there. Keep those nice and out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is going to move on to the flowers. So we are going to use our Cyan for that. No, we're not. We're going to use our hibiscus. And then we're also going to use white as well. So the white you got on the last one, we're going to use that one. So let me get this ready and we'll start with these flowers. So with our hibiscus, we're going to make 4 chain stitches. And we've got to turn this into a loop. And the way we're going to do that is we take our hook, we go through the very first chain on the rung, because we're going to turn this as into a loop. Grab your yarn. We'll make it a slip stitch here. So we go through the first one, then we go through the second one. And that's a slip stitch, and that's made a loop. So now what we need to do is find the center. So we've made this tiny little circle here. Okay. So now this is closed. So we got a little loop. And we're going to chain one through the center. So in, chain one, double crochet, bam, straight through. So we got that going on. Now we're going to chain 5. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is where it gets weird. Done one too many. Keeping the mistakes in so you can see what I've done. It's 4, it's not 5. We're making 5 petals. It's 4 chain stitches. So we've got 4 chain stitches, and then I'm going to take this down. I'm going to go through the middle. I'm going to double crochet straight through. There's 1 through the first. So we got 2 on the hook. Really not doing a good job of showing you this, but I'm doing my best here. Right, so we got 2 on the hook. Grab our yarn, through 1, through 2. And what you've done is, it won't really be clear just yet, but you made your first petal. So this is going to be the center of your flower. You made your first petal. You're going to repeat that exact same process. So now we've done that, we're going to chain 4, exact the same thing again. Right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight down, through the middle. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, through both. Okay, that's petal number 2. I'm going to do this. I've completely done that wrong. Christ, let's redo that. That's been putting the tail through by accident. Right. Let's try that again. So through the middle. So there you are. Yarn over. Pull through. Yarn over. Pull through. That's got it. Now do you see what's happening? We're making petals. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that down to our center. Through. Yarn over, through 1, through 2. Okay, I've got 3 petals. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? Let's keep going. I was just going to do one petal, and so now you do it. Let's keep going, just so you can see I'm not, full of crap. I can do this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down to our middle, yarn over, pull through, then pull through both. This is 1, 2, and then we have our 4th petal. Do you see what's happening? Flowers appearing. So 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and we're going through the middle, yarn over, pull through 1, pull through both, and there you will see we have our hibiscus flower. She pretty. Now we're going to tie this off. We're going to make 3 of these in pink, 3 of these in white, and we're going to stitch them to our Moana square. And then, flowers on a Moana garden square. That's that one complete. Am I happy with it? No, I'm never going to be happy with it. But this is the thing. I mean, my skill has improved massively in a week. It's nowhere near where I want it to be, but in 1 week, my skill has improved greatly. So in 2 weeks, it's going to be even better. In a month, it's going to be even better than that. In a year, I'll be able to do this with my eyes closed. So one day, I might come back and redo some of these squares. Or I might keep them to remember, hey, remember when I was just starting out? Who knows? But I'm happy with it. So that's good. Let's have a chat. There we are, there we have it. There's our little Moana Garland square. Pretty. Right. Am I happy with it? No, of course not. Because it's not, I don't have that, I'm not at that skill yet. And this is the point of me doing this. If you're looking at yours going, mine doesn't look like pictures. It's okay. Does yours kind of look like mine? Yeah. Is it great? No, probably not. But I mean, we got like 2 years into this one. Well, about 2 years into this one. We'll get better. And we're about to go back and go, you know what, I could bang that out like that now. And we'll get better when we do them. And the more practice you do, the more, the better you get. And that's it. So don't never be put off. This is kind of like what I said with the doll's house and every model I build. I make these videos for not just for the kind of veteran modeler, but for the person that wants to try. Because when I first started out in modeling, I'd come to YouTube channels and they'd freak me out because typically, and I'm not speaking of anyone, you'd have people that were a bit pissed off, a bit kind of, right, let's get this done, and right. And then they throw something out there casual, just get your Dremel or your multi-cut and go through it. I'm like, I don't know, I'm one of those. When am I supposed to do that? So that's yeah. And there's a market for that. There's a market for those people that kind of, everyone's got voltage meters and things like that, and then good soldering irons, and go do it. And then you need something for someone else who's like, you know what, I'm just struggling through it like you. I'm not just going to blag it and go, oh yeah, look, it's immaculate. First time. This is you seeing, I'm learning the skill. At the same time, maybe you are. And if you're watching this, go, well, I already know how to crochet. Give some tips then. You give me tips. I'll use them in the videos. That'd be good. I'm just doing this again, just to reassure anybody who wants to try it. Try it. Try anything. It's as difficult as it might be to begin with. We'll get better. We'll get better together. Then eventually, 100 issues in, we'll have this enormous, beautiful, warm Disney throw that we made ourselves. And will it have little blemishes on it? Yeah. But you know what? We made it. So yeah, it's got blemishes on it. If it was perfect, it'd be from a factory, wouldn't it? It'd be a machine built it. But it didn't. We did it. So that's all there is. Now, I can show you. Number 3. But that won't be up this week. They give you a very stingy amount of white in this one. This won't be up this week because I've literally just got it. We've got to make a granny. These come in as granny squares. Now, don't be intimidated by that. I have been practicing granny squares before this one was released. They look really detailed. They're actually quite simple, surprisingly. So we will get into that. You're going to need your white for that one that comes with that tiny ass amount of white. You need your lime, and you're also going to need your coral, which came with issue 1. So you need coral, you need lime, you need white, and we're going to stitch it. Let me know how you're getting on if you've been trying this, because I'd be very eager to know how you're doing. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. How can I improve? And we'll go from there. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, which helps us massively. If you're a viewer but you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and you can watch me half-ass it all the way through a giant Disney crochet. Because I am subbed, I'm subscribed to this, and I will go to the end. I'm not just going to drop off after 3 or 4 issues. I'm going to go to the end. Nothing stops me. So we'll see how we look at the end. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice, and I will see you next week for the granny square. I'll catch you then.